Welcome to the Knowledge Fight ITVS. Today we are going to introduce a new playlist that is beneficial for the students or the expecters who are going to face the interview in a quality assurance field. So first, before starting the quality assurance related things, we need to provide the better idea regarding the industrial and the industry software development process. So this video will be a great idea describer about the project management and the software development. So actually now the software industry practicing the development methodology to build the software. As like this manner, most of the companies are choosing the Agile development methodology. Agile development methodology is an approach which helps to build the software in the industry. It is conducted with the team collaboration and the continuous planning and the continuous learning. In this agile development, each of the part will and must deliver any of the product to the end user. That is the basic concept of agile development. Normally, in software industries, we are defining the requirement according from the customer. So, as per the defined requirement, the whole team, which means the development team, build the software and release the final product to the user. So this is the cycle process which happens through the agile development. At the end of each of cycling, the valuable product, which means the end product will be released to the customer. Each cycle has own risk. So the agile development need to decrease the risk and ensure the product that should be valuable and qualitative. Let me discuss the phases of Agile methodology. Normally, the software development process also classified into 6 categories. As like this manner, the Agile methodology also classified into 6 phases. First step, normally the industrial team has the team members as like the project manager, business analyzer, developers, QA, which means the testers. So all of the members are called as team. So the planning, which means the planning of the project. The project manager determines and creates the plan for the whole projects. Then the requirement has been analyzed from the customer. The responsible person is called as BA, business analyzer. he or she is the responsible person. He or she will collect the requirement from the customer and create the document as per the understanding of the product. Then only design phase conducted. Under the design phase, the document has been created, such as user story, system requirement specification, test case documents, and the mock-up wireframes has been created. So many of the things has been created during the design phase. After the design phase has been completed, the implementation has been started, which means the development has been started. The the coding standard has been analyzed. What are the language they are going to choose? So they preferred the language and they started the development, which means coding. After completing the coding or the development, the DevOps team, which means development team, deliver the product to the testers. Testers will ensure whether the product is best to deliver to the client, which means there is no defect or there is no faults according to the client requirement. They are the responsibilists. Testers are the responsibilists. We can call testers as quality assurance. They will ensure and make it there is no errors in your development. Then only after the confirmation of the QA only, the final product will be delivered to the clients. After the whole thing of the complement of the development, the whole team should be maintain the system, which means server maintenance, database maintenance. So this is the cycle process. When you are developing the software, we need to follow up this cycle. So this is the software development cycle in Agile. When we are practicing the Agile, we need to follow the following standards. They are designed with the user, which means we need to collaborate with the user. Along with the user only, we need to create the design. Then only we can reduce the faults and build the sustainability. Build for sustainability, which means we need to assure our product will be strong product. So we need to build the sustainability to the client. Reuse and intro. In Agile methodology, we do not work so much. We need to use the smart work and analytical skills. We reuse the code and improve our work in an efficient manner. And understand the existing ecosystem. Can you please assume that you have to build a product for the student attendance management system? So as a developer, which means the project manager or a business analyst need to collaborate with the student or the teachers and analyze the existing ecosystem, manual system. As per the understanding only, they will create the automated software system. So analyze the existing ecosystem. Be data driven. We need to collect the data. Then only we can create the system with a better understanding and address privacy security. When we create the system for a login or any database security, we need to consider those privacy and security matters. Design for scale and use open standard. If we are practicing the Agile methodology, we need to consider and secure regarding the all documentation such as use case, user stories, product backlog, such as let we discuss in later. We need to use the documentation. Then only we will have the evidence when we release the software to the client. And be collaborative. Collaboration is important thing between among the team and the client. Scrum meeting. Let me see what is Scrum meeting. In the Agile process, Scrum meeting is like a daily meeting. It's commons during the industry daily. The whole entire team will meet in the morning or evening. That's as per the company conveniency. They will meet up and discuss whether what has been done yesterday and what you are going to do today, what are the blockers you have faced. So several things, those three types of things has been discussed upon the Scrum meeting. Then only the whole team realize the what happening around among them. Then only they will mitigate the risk among the project, and they will be easily submit the product or no before the deadline. So let me see what is product backlog. Actually, the product backlog is the prioritized list which concludes the task level and the required plan. So in the product backlog development team holds the to-do list and execute the roadmaps picture and the user stories, bug fixes, and tasks. So it includes several things upon the product backlog. Let me compare why we need the product roadmap and product backlog. We are creating the product backlog from the product roadmap. The product roadmap is the content, it's high-level themes, it includes the epics, outcomes, and goals. It includes how to convey strategy. To create the product roadmap, it has been taken 3 months. To create the product backlog, it takes you 1 or 2 sprints. Let me discuss what is sprint in later. The product backlog is the task level user stories. It includes the user stories and defects which means bugs. What are the faults in the software? So the primarily product development teams owns the product backlog. They will know about what are the features included in the product backlog. Let me
In the slide, we
Yes, actually, burn down chart is a representative to measure the total effort versus time. Time, which means the duration to complete the whole project. So the burn down chart shows how quickly the entire team burning through your customer user story. How should we are going to complete all of the user story? User story is the requirement which is given by the customer. So what are the work remaining? Which part shows the work remaining items? So in the time is the dependent variable total effort. The independent variable is time. During the project time, the total effort has been changed as per the time duration of the whole project. It's a iterative. Here, through this burn down chart, the entire team will know what are the remaining work they need to do. So that is the benefit of the burn down chart. The sprint is a duration to complete the particular work of the particular module, which means the whole project separated into separate modules. So the development team should be work with one of the module in the each sprints, because the whole work should not be done in a one sprint. So sprint is a duration. It is oriented according to the vision and direction of the goal. According to the vision, planning, backlog planning, and the sprint planning. Sprint planning, which means to the particular duration, what are the tasks they are going to take and complete. That is the sprint planning. Another sprint planning, daily Scrum meeting happens for 24 hours. They will discuss the pros and cons of the project. So, which are happening. But the sprint is a particular period to do the certain activity, and after complete the sprint, they will review the particular sprint and submit the document. Let me discuss the sprint process. Sprint process determine the team velocity, which means team efficiency, whether the team is efficient or not. They will allocate this through the burn down chart. Then they will prepare the stories and documentation as per the customer perspective. The BA is a responsible to make these user stories and documentation. And the logistics setup and the board storyboard, according to the user story, they will prepare the board. They prepare the Kanban board. What we are happening through this board, they will understand what are the features has been implemented, what are the features need to be implemented. And another point is share upcoming non-sprint activities distribution. They will notice and remind what are they will not consider in this sprint. So they should aware on that also. Prepare customer impact information. They need to prepare the customer impact information, which means the document the BA will prepare with the collaborative team members, and use implement log other methods to manage risk. They need to prepare the risk mitigations when we find any risk. So that is the important thing. And the formal organization committee, is there any legal documentation or a legal thing they need to be done, they should contact the organizational with the proper communication and consider which stories could be benefit from early solution design. So this is the sprint process. Let us discuss about the overall Scrum software development. What is happening in the industry? Can you please assume I'm working in a company? Overall, majorly all of the companies' agile process are same. So then I'll explain the A company agile process. Actually, in the team, there are team members, including the BA, project manager, testers, and the developers. They will called as following roles. The Scrum Master is a project manager, product owner, team lead. Stakeholder is a person who invests to the project. User is end user who is going to use the final product. And other team members, which includes the developers and the quality assurance, which mean testers. So sprint start with the sprint planning meeting. When we start the sprint planning, the BA will introduce the product backlog. Product backlog includes several things. It is in the non-arrangement way. Then under the sprint planning meeting, the team lead and the QA lead will collaborate with team members and arrange the sprint backlog and take the sprint backlog from the product backlog. Then we'll take the user stories as per the sprint backlog, and they will allocate the user stories for the particular sprint. As per the user story only, the development team started the work and the testers also started testing. So the product backlog is prioritized by business value, as I mentioned in earlier. Actually, the sprint duration is 2 to 4 weeks, and during sprint planning, sprint starting to end, the daily Scrum meeting will be happened. During the daily Scrum meeting, they will discuss about what I have done yesterday, what will I do today, what are the blockers you have faced. Those type of criteria will be discussed in the daily Scrum meeting. Then only whole entire team know the current situation of the project. And after the development completed, the testers test the product and ensure whether it is validate, there is no any defect or the faults in the product. They will review and release the result. Then the QA lead prepare the UAT release. This is user acceptance testing. It should be needed. So they release the product to the clients, which means customer, for the user acceptance testing. User need to be tested, accept the product, which is validate. So the entire team prepare the release note and submit to the client, which are the features we have implemented, and there is no any errors. If they found any errors, they need to mention the bugs and errors in the release note. After Ending the whole sprint, they need to discuss another meeting, which called as sprint retrospective. During that sprint retrospective meeting, the whole team will discuss what went well during this sprint, what went wrong during this sprint, what we are going to improve. Any there is suggestion need to be done in the upcoming sprint. So the whole entire team will discuss the current sprint according to their works and tasks that allocated. So this is the whole process, and finally they will prepare the burn down chart, what are the remaining works they need to be done and complete. So this is the whole process that happening in all over the industries. So I think you will get a clear idea about the agile process, software development methodology. Now you can explain the industrial concepts in the interview. So best of luck for your future. Thank you.